Welcome back. Jurors in the Chandler Halderson murder trial are returning to the Dane County Courthouse in Madison, Wisconsin in about 15 minutes from now. It's day 8 of the trial. The big news today is that the prosecution plans to arrest the case in chief, and we could hear from the defense as early as this afternoon if they put on a case. During witness testimony on Tuesday, prosecutors claimed Halderson burned his parents' heads in their fireplace and then disposed of their body parts in rural areas around the Dane County area. Jurors were given a booklet with graphic images of what investigators found in their search for the missing couple and heard from experts who classified their deaths as homicide. The jury also heard from friends and the ex-girlfriend of Chandler Halderson. They recalled that the defendant told them that he was part of the search and rescue scuba diving missions for the Madison Police Department. The problem is, the department didn't even have a unit that did search and rescue scuba diving. They believed him, though. Take a listen.
Well, I knew in high school he was a diver, but then he loved to swim, and from my understanding, he joined the Madison Police diving team for search and rescue missions. I know he'd gone a few times with them, to my knowledge, but I never went with him or dropped him off or saw anything too much.
Did he ever tell you about any of his search and rescue missions?
Yes, he told me a couple of times about getting caught in riptides, and one time he said that he saw a body while doing it, while scuba diving, and that he was a little weirded out by that.
What, if anything, do you know about Chandler's scuba diving career?
I don't know anything other than he told me that he has gone diving, that he was certified, and that he had a job diving.
And did he say what department he dived with?
For the Madison Police Department.
In the realm of ranks of police officers, you're at near the very top.
I report directly to the chief.
Okay. I asked you a couple of questions in this case, which is why you're testifying, but does the Madison Police have a scuba diving rescue team?
No.
Has someone named Chandler Halderson ever been employed by the Madison Police, to your knowledge?
No.
Sue Ann Robinson, Michael Hart still with us. This testimony of the lies from the defendant, they're cringeworthy. They're hard to listen to. What he was able to convince his friends and family of, and part of this elite group of search and rescue members of the police department. Sue Ann, how damning is all of this storytelling that he did before the murders ever took place in terms of trying to fight this if you're representing him?
It's very difficult to get from under a mountain of this amount of lies. Obviously he's been painted by the state, as a liar, liar, pants on fire, as somebody who's misrepresent. So then it's difficult to defend someone like that, because it's like, well, were you lying? Are you lying like you were before? Are you lying now? Okay, now you stopped lying about the murder part, but you were lying about your entire life and things that you did on a day-to-day basis. It's just very difficult. And the only defense I can see being put forth through the cross-examination of the state's witnesses is something kind of maybe a defense of that they died of natural causes, but obviously, just based on the testimony offered by the state, where the pieces of the body were found in different places, they were dismembered after death and things like that, obviously show it was not natural causes. But through the cross-examination, that's the only defense I could really see, them kind of questioning the witnesses to say, well, how do you know it's not natural causes? And that was really the only defense I saw. But getting from under this mountain of lies is going to be very difficult with the jury.
Michael, the defense will have an opportunity today. Do you expect they'll put on a case?
No, not based on the limited cross-examination. What's odd, in light of all of these points made by the state and a mountain of evidence, is in their opening, the defense claimed actual innocence. So it wasn't even really a burden of proof position during this trial that the state hadn't yet proven its case, though that would have been what we've seen now over the last couple of weeks, that would have been a difficult position to take. But the defense lawyers in their opening claimed that their client was actually innocent of the charges. The only defense, in addition to the natural causes, which is far-fetched to be generous, is perhaps that he got involved after the fact, and he didn't actually commit the murders of his parents, but that he was somehow involved as an accessory after the fact. I don't know what else to argue.
Yeah, and the problem with that is that the prosecution made the jury sit through painful surveillance video which showed nobody came into the house. There was that, unless a stranger got in with the, some sort of ninja-y way without a vehicle and came in there and killed them, and then he felt compelled to chop them up and deposit their bodies. I don't know. It's going to be fascinating to see what the defense does, not only in their opportunity for a case in chief, but in the closing arguments. What are they going to say? Yesterday, Detective Shunk with the Dane County Sheriff's Department talked about tape on a rope that was used to tie Bart Halderson's body. It was found in the Halderson home.
Let's talk a little bit about other items where we're talking about connections. Was there on Bart Halderson's torso, was there any sort of rope?
Yes, when Bart's torso was located, there was a section of rope that was wrapped around his waist.
And I think everyone's seen that enough, but it was around the waist of Mr. Halderson?
Correct,
Was it tied into a knot?
if I recall, yes.
Okay. Was a similar style or colored rope found at the Halderson house in the search of the garage?
Yes, it was located in a basket in a garage.
And I think we already saw 210, but is that some black rope there?
Yes, it is.
Was a cutting of the rope found in the garage and then the rope found around Mr. Halderson's torso, was that sent out to the crime lab?
We did send it out for a fracture match.
Sure. Fracture match, meaning can someone actually say it's the exact same?
Whether they were once joined together.
Okay. The rope that was around Mr. Halderson's torso, we haven't seen it in court. Was it collected by the police?
Yes, we did collect it and we have it in evidence.
Why isn't it here?
The rope is double bagged due to the level of decomposition on the torso. It just wouldn't be appropriate to bring it into a closed setting such as this.
Is it refrigerated?
I don't recall.
Okay. Is there a smell to it?
Definitely.
Sue-Ann Robinson, a lot of the prosecution has done an excellent job, in my opinion, of not showing things but talking all about them. We're even in the openings, we're not going to show you a lot of the photos which show, and then they go into gory detail. It's almost worse than seeing, the rope, just thinking about the smell of the rope. Your thoughts on the way they've been able to navigate the sensibilities of jurors, but also getting them, basically hitting them in the gut with the details?
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I think that, I always say trial is theater, and they're doing it in the best way possible, leaving it to the jury's imagination to think of what it could smell like and what certain things could look like. So that's the best way. They want the jury at the scene, seeing things and hearing things and understanding the context of the crime, of such a gruesome, gruesome crime. They need them to really understand the context of it. So they're doing it the right way.
Yeah, and it really is, it'll be fascinating to see the closing arguments in this case. Could happen as early as likely tomorrow because the state, again, is going to wrap its case in chief at some point today. The defense will have an opportunity for a case in chief. We'll see if they take that. And then all of the jury instructions will have to be hammered out and all that. Probably safe bet closings will be tomorrow, and we'll have them here for you on Court TV. Coming up, South Carolina judge makes a decision on Alec Murdaugh's request to lower his $7 million bail, saying he didn't have any money. $7 million's way too high. I'll tell you what the judge said and what it means to the ongoing investigation next.